Up, we're back, Ward Wrestling Live. Usually, however, Facebook made some updates, so I'm not live right now. However, I'm bringing it to you once we're finished. But I'm here with Florida's number 3 at 195, right?
Yes.
Florida's number 3 at 195. He's over at the Gladiators. He's over at South Dade. He qualified for states last year. We've had him on earlier, but he was right kind of in between practice, so we didn't get to talk too much. So we're back. We're here. What's up, Creig, man? How you doing?
Doing good. You?
I'm good, man. All I think is like Creig Mack, 1,000 degrees. I'll be on. I'm thinking that's my homie. Man, so what's going on? I know now, last time we talked, you hadn't really been in the Gladiator room yet. You had just gotten back from your summer away, wherever you were doing, and
Right.
really looking forward to getting into the new room, around your new teammates, around your new club, kind of fitting in, getting around Duck, getting around Balmaceda, getting around Lugo, and all those guys. How's it been now that you've had, 3, 4, 5 weeks to really get in there and grind?
Man, I absolutely love it. I love the coaching staff. I love
All right, so he's back. He froze, so we didn't get that. But we just, I had asked you, now that you've been in the room 4 or 5 weeks and feeling the grind, how's it been going?
Oh man, it's been great. I mean, I love the coaching staff. I love the teammates and the bond that I have with the guys. The practices, I can say we always come in, get a hard work 2-hour practice, and we come back, do it again. We all just have that one goal, winning the state title, and just staying at it and stay grinding.
Yeah, man, that's great. So I know I saw you and your teammates at the 32 qualifier. You guys, you put up some numbers there. How did you do specifically?
I wouldn't say I did too bad, but I did okay. I mean, my performance wasn't my best. I feel like I could have done better, but I just wasn't on my game. Last weekend. But hey, you can't focus on the past. I mean, it's practice, so I just take from my mistakes and I just go from there and
So
perfect.
now, so you got done with the qualifier, and then we all headed up to the Michigan Grappler this year. The GFC was in Myrtle Beach, so the Dirty South really showed up and brought it. But you guys came up as a team, and man, the Gladiators really showed out. You had, you guys had Dylan Myra finishing 3rd, Solis, the older Solis finishing 6th. Diedrich Marshall, who's just an absolute beast. I loved watching him wrestle. He ran into Pettigrew, which was tough, and got 6th there. Your boy Sawyer Bartell, 4th, and Guzman 8th. And then you guys had a bunch of little guys, 14U and 12U that placed.
Yeah.
Moreno taking 1st, the little Solis taking 2nd. So, man, you wrestled varsity. I know I watched your first match. You got a pin over Gabriel Anderson of Storm Wrestling. That had to feel good, kind of got the rust off. Tell us about that match.
I mean, going into that match, I know I was just staying focused, staying patient, not rushing anything, just making sure I'm wrestling at my pace and just being urgent and having urgency. And I just came out there and did what I had to do, get the fall and get ready for the next match.
Yeah, man, that young man, Gabriel Anderson, I hope to have him on. I got to meet him walking into the gym for the second day. So he's a young man who had to have open heart surgery because of some birth defect or something that they found. So he had been away from the mat for a while, going through that and fighting his way back. And he finally got back on the mat and got to wrestle. So, kudos to you for doing what you had to do. but kudos for him for fighting that battle and getting back on the mat.
Absolutely.
And hopefully big things are to come for him. Uh, so you headed over. You got to the second round. Some kid from Russia, right? And he ended up Devon Bell, and he ended up winning the whole
Yeah.
varsity.
I actually almost won that match. I almost had him pinned with the cradle, but then he got out. No, he got a reversal, I think. I don't remember what happened, but yeah, I almost. But he was a tough kid. He was really good on top with legs, but hey.
Yeah, but listen, he ended up winning the whole thing. So
Yeah, I know. I went
like he
back
was
and
a
looked. I
chump,
checked the
right?
brackets and I saw. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he. Could you understand what his coaches were yelling at him?
Yeah, they're saying so much crazy stuff. I'm just.
Was it all in Russian? Like,
No, they actually were speaking in English.
because I watched one kid that was wrestling, and that they were speaking like some other language. It wasn't Spanish or English, and I'm thinking, damn, that's a good way to be secretly throwing stuff out there, right? Because there's a good chance that the kid you're wrestling doesn't speak like Croatian or something, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. And then obviously Colby Mayer. So you went 1-2, which, listen, that's nothing to be ashamed of. This tournament was really, really deep, and
Yeah,
there's a lot of
absolutely.
kids that go 1-2 here, 0-2 here, and end up getting back to their state and doing big things. But
Yeah.
this year, man, it was. I've never experienced a Super 32, but talking to some people, it was Super 32-ish. I probably talking to Balmaceda and Duck, they'd probably tell you how deep it was.
Hmm.
There was some great matches. What was the experience like for you? This is the biggest. I'm guessing this is the biggest tournament you've ever experienced.
Yeah, that actually was the biggest tournament I've ever been to. Um, it was pretty packed. A lot of guys wanted to come back and get into wrestling, but at the same time, it was a tough tournament. I saw some things that like I've never seen before. Like I saw like good guys get beat or just it was just crazy, especially at the elite division. Like the guys were just absolutely dominant. They had some.
Insane, right?
Yes, it was insane.
Especially at your weight, those 181s or
Oh,
182s that uh, I know I watched Bailey Flanagan go through that and CFWA kid, but man, 182, 171, 152, 125. I
yeah,
mean, these
they had
kids,
some hard kids in those brackets. It was crazy.
yeah, it's the best wrestling I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Um, as far cumulative, I mean, we go to the state tournament and you get to see some good matches towards the end there, and we got to see how about some of the Florida kids? Like we got to see Southwest Miami versus LHP in the semifinals.
Yeah, Sebastian. Yeah, that was a good match. Yeah,
We got to see Ty Lukens versus Bartel twice, which,
twice.
and we may see them again in the state final.
Hmm.
Uh, that was great. So, some good stuff. But how about these kids across the nation, like the little kid Joey Cruz? Um, he was he's number one in the nation and just kind of ran through that 113 or 105 or some little division down there, and then 120 maybe, and then you had man, those 152 kids with the kids from Georgia were just banging.
Yeah, I don't know. It was this one kid. I forgot his name. I think it was the 152 weight class or the 145, but he was tough. His
Man,
match was
the kid from California that was wrestling that had his head wrapped. It was the semifinals. They were both bleeding out. It was awesome, man. It was fun to watch. Man, so you go to the GFC, you get to experience that, and then you see some stuff. I mean, how many things did you take from there or take notes from there where you're like, man, I'm going to get in the room and work on this or try this, or what do you take back and say, man, I really need to adjust here or adjust there going forward?
There were some things I saw watching a lot of kids wrestle, like some things that I think will work good for me. Um, I definitely know like what are my weaknesses and my strengths and stuff that I need to work on to perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and brag because I know I messed up and I was in positions that I know I shouldn't have been in, but I'm just gonna learn from those mistakes and use those to perfect me and use those along my journey this season.
Yeah, and like I have a coach on next. She's a really really world class coach. Her name is Carolyn Wester, and
Mhm.
she talks about leveraging yourself. So you have, and I'll learn more about that when I have her on. But you have you have a certain size to you and lean. You're big, but you're lean, but you're long. So I
Right.
wonder, kind of working on your gifts to kind of leverage them into different spots, different areas. And I'm sure Balmaceda, Duck, Lugo, all the boys there will work on that with you. But yeah, I mean, um,
Absolutely.
I like watching you. I like watching you wrestle. I got to see you a few times this weekend. I got to see you last weekend, and quietly, you almost look like you're moving in slow motion sometimes, but you're putting stuff together,
Mhm.
and it's pretty cool because you're so long. So you don't have like those fast first steps or those 3 step where you got to the little guys, right? You kind of like reach out and you're trying to find your spot and get it. Um, man, Alex Cotto, man, I love that kid, man.
Yeah, he's a great kid.
He had a
Love it.
tough bracket there in the elite division,
He did, yes.
but I think he went 2-2. So
Yeah, I think. Mhm.
uh, I'll tell you what, I mean, to get some wins in the elite division this year was real good because you were
Mhm.
there, I was there. We saw brackets 50, 60 deep.
Yeah, it was.
That. What was what match really sticks out in your mind?
Um, I like the I think it was the 152 pound. I think it was a kid from, I don't remember if he was from Georgia or California, but
Was
it
it
was a black.
finals?
Yeah, it was in the finals. He had on like, it was a black kid. He had on like the red singlet. I don't remember his name. But his match, I like his match. He was dominant, especially when he got that special takedown to that turn at the end. Really made a big difference. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a kid, Leonard Galasso, who was from Michigan, and when he pancaked the kid, I think he got eighth. He stood up like this while he had him, and he was pounding his chest. But the 152 finals was R.J. Weston and Camden Monroe, both Georgia kids. If they stay at that weight, they'll probably face each other in the Georgia State.
Mhm.
But that was a really good matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any kids that came with you from Florida that surprised you?
Um, I was surprised by what's the kid's name?
Christian
I
Guzman?
forgot the kid's name. He's from Cardinal Gibbons. I don't remember his name.
Maybe is it a 105 guy, a little guy?
No, he's I don't remember his name, but I know he had that win over Jacobs Hines from
Oh
Osceola.
yeah, you're talking about Cabral.
Yeah,
He surprised people at the 32 also at the
yeah, he was
qualifier.
he
Uh,
was he just
he's
shocked
looked
me.
good. That was a yeah. I mean, I love Jacobs and I love Pat Ortiz and I love the family. I've gotten to know Cabral a little bit over the last couple of weeks because I really like the Morris twins and what they're doing at Cardinal Gibbons. Uh,
Hmm.
I saw that match set up when I was looking at the brackets, and I thought it was going to be a tough match. And 16-11 or something like that, or 14-11, it was
Yeah,
just nonstop.
it was going back and forth. It was pretty close.
Yeah, it was nonstop action. So that was pretty cool. And then Jacobs turns around and runs off six straight through the consies, which is
Yeah,
huge. And then he lost, I think, in the blood round there. Um, but but yeah, I mean, to see kids run off 6 or 7 straight through the consies was tough. You know what
mhm.
what what's it like being cornered by by Balmaceda. I mean, Hall of Fame coach. And listen, your boy down in the Keys is no slouch himself. He's a great coach. So nothing to him, but Balmaceda is definitely a legend in our game, and to have him in your corner, how's that feel?
It feels great. He's always on top of his game, making sure that I'm doing the right thing, making sure I don't put myself in bad positions, staying tight, being aware of like certain situations and just stuff like that.
What see what I write down here. So what's next? Are you guys traveling up to the 32?
Yes. I think it's the end of this month, right? Super 32s, the
Yes.
end of this month.
Will you guys be going up to Journeyman as well up in Pennsylvania?
As far as I know, Super 32's the next tournament for us. So I don't know like what's after. They usually discuss it with us, like upcoming, but as far for now, it's just Super 32.
Are you looking to stay at that one night around the 190s? Are you looking to stay in that weight class?
Me, no, I'll probably be dropping back down to 182 for the season.
Okay. Nice. You feel a little better at that weight?
Yeah, and that's like I usually walk around that weight too, so I just feel good.
Now you grew up in Key West, right?
No, I actually grew up down here in Florida, around in Goose, Florida, Cutler Bay area.
Nice.
That's where I grew up. And then around sixth grade year, my mom got a job down in the Keys, and she was there for a year. And then she came back and she got us, and then I just been up there ever since.
Yeah, and I mean, Key West, Florida Keys living is like nothing else in the world, right?
Yeah, it's very expensive, very expensive.
Yeah, but how nice it is. Yeah, I mean, you got beaches everywhere. It's laid.
Yeah, I like it. I like the view. I like the beaches. Sometimes the sunset there is great. I like going on Duval and going like walking and just it's pretty cool.
Are they still going to have the big tournament they do down there every year? Are they going to have that this year?
Um, Last year he said he was pretty surprised like by the teams that came down and like a great time we had. So I think he did say they were going to try to do it again, but I'm not sure.
Have you still been in touch with him? You guys still close?
Yeah, I talked to him. I was talking to him during the Michigan Grappler because I had two of my teammates from Key West actually come up and wrestle there and went with one of the off-season coaches. So we're in contact with them as well.
Well, that's good. Because he seems like a real good guy, and it is about you and getting you better and putting you in spots to make you great.
Right.
What are some of the adjustments that you think the South Dade coaches have made with you since you've been there?
They definitely been like working with me on like what I can get better at, like not to be in certain positions, like things like that will help me get better as a wrestler. Since like I'm like long and leaky, and it's like harder for a guy to like wrestle with me and stay like I don't know how to put it, but
Yeah, well, I got to imagine when you kick your legs out, it's got to be hard to grab them, or when you
yeah,
sprawl, or when you're trying to get around, it's probably what's it like a leg whizzer where they try to hold your leg from coming around them. It's got to be tough, those big long legs. So who is Bartel your drill partner?
yes, I usually drill with Bartel or Swan sometimes from time to time. I usually switch it up.
You ever get a hold of Diedrich?
Oh yeah, I drill him a lot. He's like one of my other partners too that I drill with.
Yeah, well, if you're drilling with Diedrich and Bartel, I mean, you got to get better there, man. Those two guys are phenomenal, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, is that a lot of the reason why the move? You really needed some people that were going to challenge you at your size and at your weight.
Well, not really. One of the reasons that I moved is because like we my mom like she like my whole family like we're up there for some time like in the Keys and they wanted to move back down here because all my family lives down here, so they wanted to be back
Oh, good.
down
So
here.
it's good for you and your family.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to this year? I know you're in Dade County. Does it look like it's going to be a club season, or does it look like they're going to get high school wrestling going? Have you heard?
Well, they said they were going to, well, they did officially approve for us to have a season, but then it got pushed back. So we won't have as many tournaments as we usually would, but we're going to have a season.
Nice. Uh, Now this is your senior year, right?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Um, have you got your eyes set on the next level? You know, are you looking at
Yes.
colleges already? Are people talking to you? I know probably a lot of stuff on Zoom, right?
I have been talking to a lot of coaches of this past couple months. I've been talking to a lot. Talked to like two D1s and then like a couple from D2 and a lot of NAIA schools. So yes,
So
college is definitely the next move for me.
what's your favorite move?
My favorite move, overcaller or overcaller shrug or ankle pick.
Nice. Yeah, those long arms. You got to take advantage of that, right?
hmm
Have you been doing any freestyle?
No, I have not. Last time I done freestyle was like 2 years ago. No, last year. Last year off season.
Is that something that you want to do in the future? Maybe look at the wrestling freestyle, wrestling on the world stage.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. Like if I like throughout college and after college and see how wrestling goes there, and then maybe I would consider going that direction because I actually do like freestyle. I'm not really that much of a Greco person. I hate upper body.
Can
Um,
you can
but
you
I would
dunk? Can
I
you
would
dunk a basketball?
dunk a basketball. No, I can't. I actually tried a lot of times, but people tell me like for your height, you should be dunking. You're so tall. How can't you dunk? I'm just like, I don't know. Like usually I try, I get close enough, but I don't know.
Oh, you say I'm not a basketball player. I haven't practiced dunking the ball. But you
No.
are a big dude, man. I've stood next to you. I thought for sure he could two hand it. But if is there a college out there that is the one? I mean, is there a college out there that like if they called you up, that would be it? That's the place you want to be, or you're just looking forward to get an opportunity anywhere?
Um, basically like probably like anywhere. Like I probably would want to go somewhere like where I can, like on a great program, um, looking to
Go
do great
visit,
things.
maybe go visit South Dade's Omi Acosta up at Life.
Yeah. They have a lot of good kids there that just this recently they had a lot of kids join the team. Pretty stacked.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty impressed how uh, he pulled the kid from Lake Gibson. That was a good move.
Yeah, Ashton. Yeah.
That was a
I
good.
think he was the last kid
Like
that they,
Ashton is a D1 wrestler, and he
yeah.
was able to get him to come to life, which is kudos to my man Omi. That was a
Yeah.
good job there, and he's just a really, really good kid.
Yeah, he's a hammer too.
Yeah, a great kid, man. Uh, so a few tournaments. You got 32. Are you going to participate at 32?
No, but I'll probably be up there like cheering my teammates on and helping them out.
That's good. Get to experience the room, watch some things.
Yeah.
You know, it's in the same place this year as where we were just
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I know. I saw
That'll be fun.
another
Uh,
long drive.
I would like to go. I don't know if I'm going to go or not,
Mhm.
but we'll see. But it should be pretty cool. I had a good time taking
Mhm.
pictures of everybody. I posted them up. I see people are grabbing them and stuff and sharing them. So that's the goal, just to give back. And it's been a great time. So right now you're at school, right?
Me currently, no, I don't have a class at the moment.
So you're just chilling in the coach's room.
Yeah.
I like it. You guys have practice this afternoon?
Yeah, at 5:30.
Nice. Hey, so you got some lady hammers going with you to 32 also, don't you?
Yeah, I think we do. I think we have a couple of them. I'm not sure who they are, but I know we have a couple. Because I remember watching them at Super 32, but I don't remember how many plays, but we should have a couple going up too.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Bartelt will be there, Marshall, Cotto, Guzman, Myra.
So,
Yeah, they're all going. There's no elementary class this year because of what's been going on, so we won't be seeing that.
hmm
Well, you had a good time this weekend.
I did. Fell short, but it was still fun. I liked the experience and all the crazy matches and things I saw this weekend. Pretty fun.
Good stuff. Good stuff, man. So, did you guys get out of the hotel at all?
We did. We walked. I think it was that Friday. That Friday or that Saturday, we went out. We walked around. We all went to go eat some. We ate at this restaurant. I don't remember the name.
Man, I found a burger place called Cookout.
hmm
Yo, that place was pure love, fire. My son was like, "Hey, can we just drive back to go to the Cookout?" That burger joint was great, man. It's a nice little area, right, with the beach right there. We had a good time.
hmm
Uh, I was wondering if you guys were able to get out and about because, man, that was a long day. Both of them was really long.
Especially for me because I didn't wrestle till that Sunday. So, but it was pretty good. I think we had went to Fuddruckers, I believe that Friday.
Nice. The double decker hot dogs.
I I'm not a burger person.
You prefer wings?
Yes, I love wings. Absolutely.
Nice. You like them flats or drums?
Drums, always. Drums for life.
Drums for life. I'm a flats guy. I like the flats. Hey man, so I'm glad I got you back on, man. We got to talk about the GFC. Uh, man, when you get back from 32, maybe we can chat about that too, man. That'll be fun.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, and as soon as I get this posted, I'll let you know.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I had a good time.
Same here. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, man. Keep kicking ass.
Thank you. I will.
All right, brother. See you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.